Good evening to you all. I am Pauline. I am Sister Pauline. I am Sister Pauline, belonging to Sisters of St. Joseph of Lynn. You must be wondering why such kind of introduction. You will soon understand its purpose behind. How did I appear here today? I, just this Pauline alone, could not have appeared today to give this talk. Then how? There is a big body behind me, that is my congregation. There is a big group at the back who organized this program. Without them, I, Pauline alone, shall not be whole. Hence, it is not I, but we. Here I am to share with you today as how the word we stands better off than the word I. Man is a social being, says Aristotle the Great. None of us can make it alone, but are interdependent. Let me narrate a snippet for you. 5 fingers had a contest among them as to who was the greatest. They looked upon a situation and decided to identify who was the greatest, given a case to lift a suitcase. The thumb volunteered first, saying, I am the most important finger, denoting success. None of you can press stronger than I. So, I can lift it alone. Trying to lift it up, it said, oh my goodness, I am not able to, not I. The index finger came forward and said, I am known for pointing directions and at others. It's a simple job to lift the suitcase. I will. Oh, I can't pick up the suitcase. It said, certainly not I. The middle finger, relying on its height and its importance among the 5, stood tall and exclaimed, I am the tallest and the central finger in the hand. All that the hand does is because of me. Waiting to prove its strength, it tried, but bowed down to say, oh, I am unable to lift it up. Surely not I. The ring finger boasted of its exploits as the crown finger, citing its significance in marriage functions and the like. It said, as I am the one adorned with costly ornaments, I will lift it. But finally ended up saying, not I. The little finger was too small, got frightened and withdrew itself, saying, no, not I. Realizing they could not lift the suitcase individually, they made up among themselves to put a joint effort, and lo, the suitcase was lifted up in less than a fraction of a second. They then came to realize that I alone can do nothing, but as we can do everything. This snippet holds good wherever people live in relationships such as families, workplace, parishes, society and nation at large. Today's youth, I have a word for you. A research study shows that 70% of the people spend their lives simply wishing for something good to happen. 10% develop their wishes into desire that goodness fills their lives. 8% still develop their wishes and desires into hopes that something good will happen. 6% step their mind power where it becomes belief. 4% crystallize wishes, desires, and hopes into belief and then into burning desire for something good to happen. Only 2% of the people wish, desire, have hope, and believe in God and in themselves, which enables them to plan and act accordingly. Let us introspect. Where do I belong? Am I in 70 or 10 or 8 or 6 or 4 or 2? In the words of Pope Francis, you are the love of God. When you come out of your self-centeredness, that is I, to other-centeredness, that is we, then this 2% shall shift to 70%, which will make the world a lovely place to live. When we look at the parish level, basic Christian communities are the roots. The stem and the tree are the parish council and the parishioners. I remember a small anecdote where St. Peter guides a dead man who wishes to see both hell and heaven before he could choose either of them. Delicious food is placed in center of a long table in both heaven and hell, and the residents' hands were tied. In hell, the situation was gloomy as each tried to take food with long fork for themselves, but are unable to do so, and so they starve of hunger. Whereas in heaven, it is rejoicing as each people feed the other with their long forks. So, when basic Christian communities care for the welfare of the other, getting out of their self centeredness, that is I, and letting in we, love blossoms which are sustained by peace. Now, can you make move from I to we in this pandemic time? Let me tell a short story. An English teacher, Barbara Hanson, who was at the prime of her life, met with a fateful accident and became bedridden lifelong. She, instead of turning to herself and becoming distressed with her life, forgot her handicap and moved towards serving her students by offering them comfort online. She is now a source of solace and support for the student community and many others whose lives are miserable. During this COVID outbreak, the world has seen so much pain and loss. Many millions of lives have been lost. Many lost their jobs. Many did not know to pay the bills next month. But something beautiful on the flip side also has happened. Mother Earth was suffering from the pain caused in the world by man. Each greedy person put the I before we and damaged the pure nature and destroyed the whole environment. In the name of lockdowns and quarantine, she was also to breathe a little freely. During this pandemic, we have realized the importance of eating organic, healthy food and increasing our immunity. Recently, a poem went viral. To quote a few lines from it, we are not all in the same boat. We are all in the same storm. For some, quarantine is optimal, a moment of reconnection and reflection. Easy in flip-flop with a whiskey or tea. For others, this is a desperate crisis. For others, it is facing loneliness. For some, peace, rest, vacation. Yet for others, torture. How am I to pay my bills? The dreadful corona has made us realize that if I don't take care of myself and others, then I become a channel in spreading the disease. When the self gains importance, that is I, troubles sprout out. In contrast with we, love shines forth. To be in total double union with God and others, you and I need to come out of our selfish thinking. What more lessons do we need to understand the importance of not I but we? Our triune God is a God who loves and loves and loves selflessly. The more we move away from ourselves to the other, the more joy, peace, and tranquility begins to flow into our lives. So let us live not I, but we. Thanks for watching this video. Thank you.